do it, boys and girls. It's for Monday, Tuesday evening. It's Let's Talk Football. Let the mayhem begin. We're back. The boys are back. The dynamic duo is myself and Italy Jet. Unfortunately, Matty can't join us today. So we love you, Matty. Take care of yourself. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
But as no doubt sharp-eyed viewers and people tuning in might be aware, Italy's gone full Italy on us this week in preparation for the upcoming Euro Championship qualifiers. He's got the trophies back. Oh, yes, it's back. Anybody who watched the World Cup show with us will remember that vividly. He's got a great range of them, but the Euro's back. He's got his Italy shirt on. He's got his Di Canio front and center. He is going full on for what can only be described as probably the game of Thursday night, looking at who's playing and the other teams. But we'll dive into that as soon as he sits back down and gets ready.
You can't disrespect Baggio.
Oh, I mean, I'm loving the effort.
Don't disrespect Baggio like that either.
I didn't want to. I just wanted to go over the top with Baggio. Just let it go straight over the top.
Yeah,
just like his penalties.
I know, that's why I put you back in your place with that.
Just like his penalties, just go straight over the top.
Oh,
too soon? Too soon? Hang on, what was that?
Greatest Italian player of all time. Don't do that.
USA 94. No, hang on. He can't be the greatest Italian. I mean, there's some Italians who've won the World Cup. Anyway, we could delve much more into the history like that. So how you been, buddy?
Oh, man, I'm exhausted. There's so much going on. So I just take it day by day. Day by day.
What day is it? What's going on today?
I'm getting my days mixed up, Drew.
It's been a bit mental. So, football-wise, where are we in the world of football? I mean, we ran through last week. There were some interesting cup games. There were some interesting results that came out. Shall we run through what happened? Have a look at
which part?
Well, shall we start with the Premier League?
Yes.
Let's do that. So let me just dig out the picks and things that we had so that we know what we're talking about, because there it is. Before we dive in, because it's a big week of everything else this week. But what we need to go. So here we go. Boom. That's not a bad start for us. We started with Forest Newcastle. Okay. Nailed it. Look at that. 2-1 Newcastle, we called it. The rest of it, not so good.
Wasn't good at all. We were not good in that. No.
We were not good at all. I mean, we were not good the week before. We were worse this week, which is saying something, considering we were bad the week before. We were really, really bad this week.
Right.
I mean, Villa just pummeled Bournemouth, which I guess you should have looked at. If you look at the league standings, it's not surprising. This was a surprise result. Leicester getting a point at Brentford. I was quite surprised by that.
I'll be honest. That was huge for Leicester.
Yeah.
Huge for Leicester.
It could be the point that needs, just gives them the belief that they can crack on. This result, where did that come from? I don't know if you've heard.
I hate it.
I don't know if you heard, though, but there's rumblings that Conte's out the door soon. Like imminently, like this week type soon.
Come to West Ham.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be welcome in West Ham.
I'll welcome in any day of the week.
Yeah.
I'll throw a party. We'll bring cannolis.
Anything to get rid of David Moyes, huh?
Anything to get rid of David Moyes. I have so much I have so much stuff to talk about David Moyes too, and the fans. Fans are not happy right now. It's not good. It's not good.
They haven't been happy for a while, have they, with him? But he kind of
not at all.
Do you think it's? Well, you can talk about that in a sec. But then we got Leeds and Wolves. That was a bit of a surprise. 4-2. Where did that come from?
I don't even know.
Leeds found their shooting boots or something, or just madness.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not good for me right now.
None of the results this weekend were that good for West Ham, were they? Everyone
not
picked
even
up
close.
Points.
We're in the bottom three.
No, didn't do anything. You put at bottom three. Chelsea just falling apart against Everton.
Right.
Just gifting them an equaliser. I mean, I saw the equaliser for Everton, and it was like, behave. Seriously, that it was like Koulibaly, who I think cost him 50 odd million, just got absolutely Sunday League player, just like, oh, terrible. I couldn't believe it. At first I thought it was like some new academy kid that they put on, but then I realized who it was. It was like, wow, that is terrible defending.
I mean, are we talking about Everton and Chelsea?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this game had me like, I hate the coach is back. I hate that the coach is back for back in the Premier League. I mean, it's just not. I'm not happy with it because if Everton keeps doing this crap, West Ham's going down.
Yeah, because Everton were one of the teams that you were hoping to leapfrog and to push into the relegation. But yeah, Sean Dyche is working his magic there, it seems. And then Arsenal absolutely thumping Crystal Palace and saying goodbye to Patrick Vieira, who got the chop, and then it's now Roy Hodgson. Yeah, but Roy Hodgson's back. They've got Roy Hodgson, the old guy, the ex-England manager. They've gone back to him. They sacked him and brought Vieira in, and now they've gone back to Hodgson.
They're going backwards. Crystal Palace is really going through the ringer right now.
Yeah, I mean, really are. I mean, they're not that far away from you guys. You know, one win, you could actually be right up with them. So, and interestingly, just looking at it, West Ham, you've played 26, you got 24 points. Palace have played 28, and they've got 27 points.
You know what's really funny about this is West Ham could totally win the Conference League. We could totally win the Conference League. And if we go down and we play in the Conference League, I just don't. It's just so.
Well, if you win the Conference League, when you play in the Europa League, then the winners of the Europa Conference play in the Europa League next year. So you could be playing in the Europa League whilst playing in the Championship.
I don't. Oh my God, it's sickening to me.
But then again, as we said, it's madness. As we said last week, though, your next game against Bournemouth takes on so much significance now. So much significance. Right. We've got time before we have to kick in. We can do next round of Premier League shows next week because we have a next week show. So we don't need to delve into this lot. Do we need
to dive into Champions League, right? Or FA Cup?
Either or. Where do you want to start? Let's go FA Cup.
Yeah. Looking at that. See the results.
Bring up the results. See how they got on.
Ooh.
What's that one?
And the BBC Sport.
BBC Sport. We cannot help ourselves, but this is where we go for all of our results. So where do we go?
It was...
There we go. FA Cup.
18th and 19th, yeah.
Yeah,
crazy. These were crazy matches, man.
I mean, fair play. Burnley turned up and got hammered. Properly. Man City kind of showed the gulf in class between the top of the Championship and the top of the Premier League. 16. I think Haaland got 4 or something just because he turned up for that game or whatever else. Notice he's not playing for Norway because he scored his goals for the month.
Yeah, and he's injured too.
He's injured. I'm injured now. I can't play. So, City obviously strolled through that game. But some crazy games on the Sunday. Wow.
Dude, I am looking at this and I'm like, what is going on? Brighton versus Man United and Man City versus Sheffield. I got to tell you, man, Brighton and Man City, not Man City, Man United, that's going to be tighter than people think.
That's going to be a real battle. I think that's going to be much tighter. It's not going to be a one-sided affair. I think Brighton will fancy that one. Brighton will definitely fancy that game. City against Sheffield United. I mean, Sheffield United are going to be they just have to be in damage limitation and hope they can not get battered 6-0 like Burnley.
But we'll do scores when Matty comes back. It's April 22nd, but I'm not surprised by any of this. Brighton winning 5-0, Man City 6-0, Sheffield 3-2. I'm shocked with Sheffield. I thought Sheffield was going to take that on, but Man United though only 3-1. Only 3-1. I don't know.
A properly contentious game as well. Mitrovic got a red card.
Yeah.
The Fulham manager got a red card. There was a dodgy penalty decision. It was fractious. It was properly fractious. So there's I think Mitrovic has got a subsequent ban because he decided to do it. I don't want to say it because he's kind of beside you and you got it on the screen, but he kind of bumped in and pushed into the referee and therefore straight red card and got an extended ban. And just saying it, you have the cameo shirt there. He had previous on doing something similar and got banned for a long time. So I expect the same is going to go Alexander Mitrovic's way in that one.
It's not good.
Not a good look. Not a good look. And then we got Thursday night. I don't think we got Feyenoord and Shakhtar quite right somehow.
For Europa League?
Yeah. I don't think we saw Feyenoord smashing them 7-1. I did not see that. I thought Shakhtar were going to go there with they wwere 1-1. I thought,
Where are you seeing this? Oh, Lord have mercy.
So
wow.
Wow. That's the shock of the round. That one stands out. Obviously, Sevilla, we knew Sevilla would get it done because it's the Europa League. It's what Sevilla do. But Feyenoord just absolutely put them to the sword.
Bro.
7, just crazy. Man United got the job done. They were 4-1 up. It was a done deal. Juve managed to clearly do that. They were only 1-0 up on the way there.
I'm just shocked it was only 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised Union Berlin lost 3-0. I'm shocked that Sociedad and Roma is a tie
with no goals. Yeah,
and then I can't believe Sevilla lost this game, but they're going through. But let's be honest, though,
just
wow on Arsenal and Sporting.
Yeah, just wow, just crazy.
I have no words. What is this? What's going on?
The only thing that you can probably suggest there is fixture build up. Maybe it was I don't think he put the strongest team out, and I think it was one of those. I don't actually know for Arsenal. You got to think. You see, the top of the Premier League, they've got to focus on the league to win. But if you got a chance in the Europa League, you've got to. I would have thought they'd have taken a bit more seriously now that they're already as far into the round of 16. It's only a couple of games more and you're in a final. Surely you'd want to stick in and do it. But I didn't watch the game, so I don't know. But it sounded, obviously going all the way to penalties, it must have been pretty nip and tuck.
Portugal continued to do well in Europe.
Portuguese
teams, man. Portuguese teams, man.
Portuguese teams in Europe, we got to watch out for them. And the Union that we said would be the game of the week, the game to watch because they were 3-0 first round. Union Saint-Gilloise just
can't believe that.
Took them to the cleaners. Not as much as final, obviously, but
right.
And then we've got Conference League.
Damn. Just a lot of damn.
Just a lot of damn. We called that. Yeah, we called Lech winning.
I can't believe Ghent won the way they did. West Ham, thank God they won the way they did. Scott Kamaka, thank God.
You got put a statement out. Got a few goals. That's quite nice.
We have a bright future. To get it done. We have a bright future in the forward position. I'm scared Skamaka's going to go back to Italy.
So he's still rumbling, isn't it? Still rumbling. So
do you
know? Do you know who you've got in the next round in the Europa Conference?
We have Ghent. Ghent won 4-1. I'm not scared though. I'm not scared. I think we'll win. I'm not scared.
Okay.
He's like, okay, well, maybe you should, but I'm not.
No, I mean, every team that's got to that position, they're not. Yeah. There's no silly teams left now.
Right.
In the nicest possible way. Some of the ones that you wouldn't expect to have gotten this far have kind of fallen away where you expect. Quite surprised at Lazio, though. I mean,
yeah, that's a bummer.
That's a bad one.
But Lazio has been kind of like that. They're always hot and cold. You never know with them. They'll go on a good streak and then they'll fall. This is the fall. Nice did the job done. You know, they're Villarreal. I'm quite shocked with Villarreal.
That's a shock to me. Anderlecht winning away at Villarreal. That's quite a shock. You know, Villarreal have European history and European sort of pedigree, so I'm surprised that that's gone that way.
Facts.
But that was the games from last week. So looking ahead for this week, there's not much really up and coming for the next today. Nothing. There's a couple of women's Champions League.
Do we talk up which year? Let's talk about Champions League, right? We got Champions League.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping we'd just skim right over that.
No, okay. I can't do it, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got to talk about everything.
We got to talk about everything. All right. So,
Benfica. They're doing what Benfica does, Portuguese teams. I mean, they won. Byron, thank you, Byron. Thank you, Byron, for PSG. Thank you.
Yeah.
Inter and Porto. Damn. I did not want Inter to go through. Napoli and Frankfurt. Ooh.
Napoli. When the way Napoli look, you know, as to say, that forward line Napoli look terrifying, you know, absolutely, you know.
Watch out. Just watch out.
Watch out for them. Yeah, nobody wants to draw them in the next round.
And then Man City doing what Man City does.
Man City, you know what Haaland doing what Haaland does, just pummeling Leipzig, and then.
But Chelsea and Dortmund actually won barely, so good for them.
Yeah, Chelsea got through, so at least you know there's still one English team in there, so that you know two.
Good for them.
Chelsea and City flying the flag.
Right.
Liverpool
good for them.
obviously.
Good for them.
Went to Madrid, barely laid a glove on Real Madrid.
And
at least it was. And then,
Tottenham, Milan, you know, hey, whatever. I mean, Milan almost messed it up again, but hey, they're through. And I got 3 Italian teams in Europe, so good for them. Now we got to talk about you.
Do we have to?
Yes, we do. We talk about West Ham. We talk about Liverpool.
We do. All right, we got to talk about it. It was a game, as I said, it was one of those games that hope was high. They started off really well. They just didn't get a breakthrough. Couldn't get a breakthrough. And then never really got that clear-cut chance that they needed. If they got one, I think Real Madrid looked a bit shaky, to be honest. They looked early on, Real Madrid looked like they were worried that a comeback was going to happen to them. You know, everyone's heard the stories. Everyone knows about the great comebacks and whatever else. So early on, it looked like they were worried, but if we didn't take our chances, we didn't really make a very clear-cut chance. And then eventually, you know, it's kind of ran out of steam, and then eventually just ended up being pretty ineffectual. And then they eventually got a very, very scrappy, very, very ugly goal. But as soon as it went in, that was it. You could tell the game was done, you know. I think they scored on like 60 minutes or whatever else. And it's like, well, that's it. 30 minutes, just don't get injured, don't get hurt, because the game's done. You're not coming back from, you're not scoring 4 goals at the Bernabeu, or 5 it would have to have been. It was just, it was one of those just disappointing, damp squib games. It had such a build up and everything else, and it just turned into nah.
Sure, nah.
So that's it. Our season now is meh. We're now out of the race for Bellingham. We're out of the race for any big signings because, you know, it looks like top 4 is going to be a real struggle. Don't see how we're going to do it. And then, you know, nothing else to play for.
It's going to be very interesting down the stretch for Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, and even the FA Cup. It's going to see if Arsenal can bounce back. It's going to see if Man U and Man City can get the job done. The Italian teams, the big 3, and those are the biggest 3 in Europe right now. Juventus. Let's see if they're going to bounce back. Everything is all about inches because those the Euro games, it's going to be a lot on their body. It's not really a break for all of them. It's going to be that you have to go back to neck and neck. Yeah.
There's no time off now, is it, for those teams? It's literally they're going to be playing 2 or 3 times a week, and it's kind of constantly got it. I mean, it's the benefit, if you like. Liverpool had it last year. You know, success breeds success, and you want to be playing every game because you're in every competition. But and I think Liverpool are suffering now because they played.
Right.
That season where they played every game they possibly could, they played it. They got all the way to the final, all the way to the final. So they played every game in every cup competition, and it was like that's a lot of games to take it out of the players, and without refreshing the squad that we should have done, I think that's what's happened this season. The legs, if you like, have gone. They haven't had a proper break. They haven't had a rest, and it's just caught up with everybody.
And not only that, it's getting to that part in the season where this is neck and neck.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be pretty for everybody because there's going to be a lot of players that have chips on their shoulders after the national team because some of them didn't make it last year. Some of them, a couple of years ago, and then they want to come back. And then with whether their teams are doing the Premier League is going to be even more pressure because I want to talk about the Premier League before we talk about the Euros. The Premier League, this is Arsenal's league to lose.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at the standings right now. So, yeah, well, look at all that. Dude, Manchester City is only a couple wins and a couple ties away. Like, everyone keeps thinking that Arsenal is just going to go away with this. Mm-hmm. I am not really so convinced.
Not sure. I mean, their form at the moment, they look great at their form. They're unbeaten, whatever else. But they're only 8 points clear. And Man City have one game to play. So, City win that they're only 5 points behind. And 5 points is 2 games, can easily turn 2 games. Arsenal lose 2 games, City win theirs, suddenly it's all turned around. So they're not out of the woods, they're not head and shoulders above everybody yet. City are just hanging around there. And they need to either push on or hope City's the worry for Arsenal now is how many goals City are just banging in for fun. 13 goals in the last 2 games.
It's true.
It sucks.
It's
a worrying stat. Yeah, it's a worrying stat for anybody, but especially for anyone above Man City who are being hunted down. You've got to go out. The pressure is on to win every game. That makes a difference rather than not losing. You have to go out and win. You have to go out and get 3 points. That's going to be an interesting pressure and an interesting situation for the Arsenal team. Quite a young Arsenal team. To have to deal with.
And not only that, it's that Man City's been here before. Man City has done all this before. They've been down and come right back and win the league. They come down and come right back in anything that they do in Champions League. It doesn't matter where Man City is. They could be 4th, okay? They could be 4th or 5th, and they'll still win the league.
Mm-hmm.
They always come back. It doesn't matter. Even with Pep's in a darkness retreat or something. I don't know. But it's...
Oh, yeah, you could easily guarantee, you look at they play 27, there's 38 games in the season.
Right.
You could probably say they won't lose to the end of the season.
Exactly. They're always that team that keeps it in it. Now, Tottenham and Man United, Tottenham, Man United, that is a for sure. They're not catching up to anybody. They will probably it's going to be neck and neck between Newcastle, Tottenham, and Man United.
I don't know. I think United United are probably, if they win their games in hand against Tottenham, can probably stretch it. Tottenham, you got to look there. Tottenham have played more games than both Manchester. Well, actually, from all 3 of the teams around them, they've played more games than United. They've played twice as 2 more games than Newcastle and 2 more games than Liverpool. So that could get a lot closer for 4th, 5th, and 6th.
United, I agree.
And let's not discount Brighton, who've only played 25 games.
Yeah.
So they've got 3 games on Tottenham there. They get their 9 points there. They could actually leapfrog Tottenham.
I mean, the 3 through 10, even you can even say 11, are all going to be neck and neck. That's all going to shift everything around. Everything's going to shift. Now, between the 12 and 20, that's going to shift a lot too. But I'm looking at West Ham right now, and I'm looking at we didn't play 2 games, so we've had 2 postponements already.
Yeah.
So we got some ground to keep up. I'm not really worried about the points. Yeah, I hate seeing us in the bottom 3 because we don't deserve it, but
you got to take
there's
it
more
with, you've got there's more games. You have 2 games in hand on everybody around you nearly. Right. So it's not as bad as it looks right now.
Right.
Well, obviously you'd prefer to have those games and have got the points already, because then you'd be up there with Palace and whatever else. But it's quite interesting to see that, as you say, 1 to 11, and then that huge drop. There's a 11 point gap from 11th to 12th. It's like it is almost like a two-league, isn't it? It's a complete split.
It is true. It's going to be weird. This has been such a weird season, and the fact that I'm still seeing Crystal Palace and Aston Villa 11 and 12, it's just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah. It makes no sense that's. But then again, you look at that and you think Villa 38 points, Palace 27. That's you think, that's a massive gap. And then you look at the top, Arsenal they're 20 points clear of fourth place.
Right.
It's just been a bizarre season. The World Cup hasn't helped, but it's just been odd. It's just been everywhere you look, it's just been an odd one.
I agree.
And now we're in an international break with no football, no proper,
no
football to talk about, no competitive games, nothing that we need to discuss at all, right?
I am just shut up. I'm just happy. I'm just happy West Ham won the conference game. Yeah. We went off with the high. We have a bunch of players playing for their national teams, which I'm pretty happy with. I'm very happy with because they need the extra work. They need the extra the juice is what I like to say. They need extra juice. They need extra everything so we can come back and take care of business these next few games. But as we go into the Euros, I can honestly say Euros are my favorite time of year. Euros is my favorite. I love the World Cup. The Euros are my baby. That's why I have a trophy. This is why I just want my pride back. I just want this to end. I want the laughingstock of Italy to be done. We shouldn't be the laughingstock, but we are.
Not be, but you are, because you are. I mean, as you say, you are the reigning European champions.
Exactly. We have a lot more chip on our shoulder now.
Yeah, but you didn't even get to the World Cup, so it's like
it's so dumb and stupid. Yep. Thanks for reminding me.
I just thought, I had to get the digs in early before we go into the game. I had to get the digs in early.
You can. You're going to lose, but you can.
Without doubt, we're losing that game. But
Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Let's run through the early games. The group, is that the earliest? Does it start on when? It doesn't start. Yeah, right.
It starts. I thought it starts Thursday. Starts Thursday.
Yeah. So you
go Thursday.
Look at that highlight. Bosnia-Herzegovina versus Iceland. What a game.
Dude, we got games all the way. It's Thursday through Saturday. There's going to be games. And then the Premier League comes back on Monday or Tuesday, something like that. Or
no, I don't think so.
No, next weekend. Probably next
weekend. Yeah. So I think you've probably got another friendly or another international on Tuesday or whatever. So, yeah.
No, there's not. There's not. It doesn't say.
No, it's just a one. Oh, okay. Bizarre. I don't understand an international friendly, how they do that.
That's crazy because it says Saturday, but then okay, never mind. I'm wrong. Sunday, the 26th. Tuesday. Oh my gosh.
It just runs literally from now until it's nonstop for until next. Where are we? Woo!
Yeah, that's
until next Wednesday.
Tuesday. You're right. It was Tuesday. Yeah. You're correct. And then they don't do anything until June.
Yeah, so it's just like loads of games in 2 weeks. Go away and we won't play again for ages. Yeah.
And guess what? We're going to go through all of these games because we don't meet back until Tuesday.
We have to talk about all of them. We have to get all the information in.
Here we go. Slovenia. Start with Slovenia. Here we go.
Starting with the Slovenia, Luxembourg.
What do you got? Is that group?
Hang on. Are you Slovakia or hang on? Oh, Group H. Are we starting Group H?
I don't know.
What page are you looking at?
I'm on Google.
Yeah. Come back over to this screen and you'll see.
I'll come back. Okay, here we go. So we're going to Iceland and
Bosnia-Herzegovina. I don't know. It's a tricky one. Bosnia-Herzegovina. Any of those, Croatia.
Oh, here we go. I got
Serbia. They're all kind of gnarly teams that you don't want to be getting into. But Iceland have always, since the last Euros, have come on leaps and bounds. So you've got to think Iceland are probably going to favour that one and going to want to get there. But
you think so? That's tough.
That's a tough get. I mean, none of these are. I'm saying that, and then I looked at the second one. I don't know. That could be easily it's probably a draw. That one. That's going to be one of those games. Neither team want to lose. Yeah. Both teams would probably be reasonably happy with the draw, but I'm trying to think the Bosnia team. Does Edin Dzeko still play for them? Is he still their forward?
He's he's still there, but it's just going to depend on if he's going to start or not. I think he's going to start. I think he'll be there. If Zlatan can come back at 41 and play for Sweden, Dzeko can come back and play for them.
Absolutely. So yeah, depending on that, but I think that's probably maybe a home win, but probably a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I can see that. Now, the next game
could be a 5-0 thumping.
And the Ronaldo's back. He's got a lot to prove. Yeah. He's got a chip on his shoulder, man.
He's got a chip on both shoulders, that man. He's got potatoes on both shoulders is what he has.
Roberto Martinez said he wants some, and he's there. So,
and Liechtenstein, look out. They could get taken to the cleaners. They could get a real pasting here because, that's one of those unfortunate international matchups that just is so one-sided. But hey, it's part of UEFA, it's part of the coefficient. But yeah, you can see, unfortunately, Liechtenstein probably licking their wounds and coming out of that quite glad that it's still single figures.
Facts.
Slovakia, Luxembourg, probably again.
Slovakia,
yeah, another easy win for Slovakia. Probably not as much as Portugal because you got to think Luxembourg probably only have 11 players they can call on as a nation because they're like so tiny. And probably only have another part-time thing. So Slovakia should easily win that, but maybe not as easy as Portugal. Do we want to skip the big game and we'll come back to it?
No, we got to talk about it. Got to talk about it. Listen. I hate Mancini with everything in my body. I don't like him a lot. I appreciate what he did when we won the Euros. Appreciate that, but he's not a good coach for these players. Like people don't like him. People just don't like him. And he's had a long history of players not liking him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Now, I love the squad he brought up. The squad he brought up was very impressive. I was really shocked. They did leave out a few of my favorites, which I'm very mad about. But these are early games. Got to play everybody, see what you want to do. But Mancini cannot mess this up. Okay?
He can, but he shouldn't.
Well, agreed. If Mancini messes this Euros up and doesn't get into the Euros, he's fired. 100%.
Oh, he's gone. Absolutely.
Dude, Italy will revolt. He's going to have to go to Saudi Arabia somewhere.
Yeah, it's the only place he's going to be. It's the only place he's going to get a job, isn't it? Or the MLS, maybe.
I agree. Nah, well, yeah, true. Yeah, I could see that. Or another national team. Canada, maybe.
Maybe something. But you kind of wonder if you're an Italian and you've managed the Italian national team.
Don't do it.
There's nothing else to go for, right? It's
not even close. All right, freaking England. What do you think about England? What's going on with you?
Oh, I don't know. The squad he picked was a bit hit and miss. He's left out. Rashford's not in there.
He's injured,
big
right?
loss. Yeah, he's injured, right? So that's a big loss. Ivan Toney is in there though, but he's got loads of stuff to deal with. I think Mason Mount's had to pull out for as well. Yeah. There's a couple of injuries that have come through, so it's a bit like depends again if he goes back to it depends on what Southgate decides to do. Right, and again, if he tinkers around with the formation like he did at the World Cup, and we all said he should play one way, and he played a completely different way, and it was a bit disappointing. I don't know. He's got to get. I don't know why Jack Grealish is in the squad. To be honest, he's some
really. You don't understand? Okay.
I don't understand. I mean, I know he plays at City, and he plays with lots of wonderful players, but I don't. He never really seems to me to do anything, deliver anything. Yeah, it's kind of £100 million for somebody who falls over and gets free kicks a lot. That's kind of what I see out of him. But then again, Calvin Phillips is in the squad. And I don't know. I can't even remember the last time. Yeah, I can't
remember the last time I saw him play.
I think it was for Leeds before he was traded over to Man City. I have not seen him play, and yet he still gets in the squad time and time again. And there's other players out there who should probably be getting a better shout at it.
True.
I don't. Southgate tends to do that. He kind of sticks with who he likes. Eric Dyer's in the squad.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire's in the squad.
Oh God, what is going on?
Yeah, it's like you got to wonder. And Jordan Pickford's in the squad. I mean, he's probably going to be our number one goalkeeper. You think, I think that's the other one who's pulled out. Nick Pope, the Newcastle keeper, has pulled out. So that's actually a big loss because I think he was probably in line to maybe start because he's been playing really well up to the last few weeks anyway. But yeah, I'm worried that this could be not the ideal start. It's a tough group. It's Italy, Ukraine, then England, and then the other two don't really count. I don't think, we can worry about North Macedonia and Malta. I don't think either of the three teams there, but there's only so many, two teams out of those three are going to go through. So it's going to be it's the hardest game to start with. Maybe it's important to get it out of the way early. I don't know.
It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. This is going to be a tough group than people think because, North Macedonia, we have history now with Italy and North Macedonia now, which I hate. Ukraine, they're still at war.
Yeah.
They're still at war. It's very unfortunate what's going on there. Prayers to Ukraine. They have a chip on their shoulder that through everything we've been through, they can make a splash.
They can. They've got a point to prove. Got to put the Ukraine back front and center, and not only in the sporting world but in the news world. So I imagine the Ukrainian players will be well up for whatever game they're playing. So it is going to be a tough group to get out of, and this is the toughest game that England could have started with. We might get lucky. We might get away. Be playing Italy at the right time because of the schedule and whatever else. Maybe the players are a little bit rusty. Maybe the players are a bit tired still.
Yeah.
But I think this is a tough 2 games for England.
It's a true test for Italy and England to see if they can come out and just bounce back. We haven't faced against each other since the Euro final. Italy's got a lot of young players coming into this game. There's a lot of players that haven't played together in a very long time. It's just a game to see where Mancini can see where he can develop players and where he fits into the squad. Skamaka's there now, and we got the Leeds guy, Namto. So I'm really excited to see them. I love Leeds. Nato. Is it Ganato or Nato? Ganato.
Ganato. Ganato, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's got that Ganato.
Yeah. I think
it's
going to be. But here's the thing, though. If Italy lose, there's going to be a lot of question marks. If Italy win, everyone's going to be fine. England, I feel like the more pressure is on both teams. I don't think this is just a one-sided pressure because they stuck with Southgate after the World Cup, and he stuck with a lot.
Yeah, and he stuck with a lot of the same players, and you're like, there's
exactly.
a lot of players out there who you should probably have maybe. Why is Maguire in the squad? Why are you still picking those players that you like rather than Maguire, Phillips? You're not even playing yet. They're in an England squad. There's
facts.
It'd be an interesting one. But yeah, you're right. The pressure is on both sides and both managers more than almost the teams, which is a weird one.
Facts.
Where does it go? I mean, if this is a draw for England, if we luck out with a 1-1 draw, I don't know. Is that doesn't answer anybody's questions, but it's not the worst result for either team either.
Nope, correct.
So
there's going to be a lot of question marks because we kept him after the North. Now, here's the thing what I could see. If we win against England or tied against England in our next game is against Italy. I'm looking at Italy. We face against next round?
You get Malta. Malta away on the Sunday.
Oh, thank God. Okay, well, if we get Malta, because I was thinking we're facing against North Macedonia again. So that would have been, okay, you're fired if you lose against them.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Straight away. You can't lose against them twice, right?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Can't do it. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I personally cannot handle it.
Personally, the tears would not be worth it. But it would. Yeah, that would be tough. But then again, you look, as I say, for England, you've got Italy away and then Ukraine at home. So the two top teams, it's like a real tough start. Which if we can get 4 points out of those 2 games, really well set up for June then. But I don't know, 2 points out of those games does nothing for any of the 3 teams, but also doesn't damage any of the three teams. So it's a weird one.
Agreed.
I'd envision it. Would Italy be happy with 4 points out of those two games? Probably. Point against England and then absolutely smashing Malta. I would expect that to happen.
We need to win against Malta. If we don't, I have a lot of question marks. If we win or tie England, I'll be okay with that. I'll be okay with that. I can't. If we lose against you, then I'm going to be calling for Mancini Friday.
Oh yeah, literally, Mancini's head on a platter Friday morning is what's going to be all over the place.
You can't keep losing these big games. If you miss out two straight big competitions after winning the Euros, that's why it's like Moyes all over again with West Ham. Yep. So, all right, moving on. All
right, moving on for that one. So North Macedonia, Malta, you got to expect the Macedonians will put a good 3, 4, 5 goals against Malta.
Hands down.
Kazakhstan, Slovenia.
Slovenia, I think it's going to be a good 1 or 2-0. I think Kesset. I mean, respect to them. They're here, right? They're here. Okay. They deserve to be here. I just think,
like all the other teams, like Liechtenstein and the other ones,
all of them, El Salvador, Honduras. I mean, it's here.
It's here. They're here, but they're probably going to find themselves on the end of a fairly robust football lesson, I should imagine, from Slovenia.
Agreed.
Denmark, Finland. This could be a real tasty one.
Dude, I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, this is like a battle of the Nordics.
Agreed.
There's going to be. I mean, you'd expect Denmark are probably the better team, but it's such a close rivalry, and that is a proper rivalry.
Agreed.
It's going to be an interesting one. We want to watch out for that one. That would be interesting to just keep an eye on the score line to that one.
Yeah.
And then San Marino, Northern Ireland. Now, this should be a 3-4 easy win for Northern Ireland.
Agreed. They can't lose this game. San Marino, respect, but dude, Northern Ireland.
Dude, San Marino, you're a city in North Italy. It's not. You're not even it's a principality. You cannot, and Northern Ireland, you cannot lose that game. That's kind of one of those embarrassing games. You can't lose that game. And we're not going to talk about the friendlies because they don't count.
Yeah, who cares? Okay, here we go. Next.
There we go. Go into Friday. Oh, wow.
It's a lot.
Group B. France v Netherlands. Wow.
Ooh. Well, I think it's going to be tight than people think. I think here's the thing that I think it's going to be tight. The reason why France are as good as they are is they're consistent. But once their best players are not in there in the right mind, because Giroud's coming off some big wins. He could come up and kick ass. Mbappe's frustrated. He's extremely frustrated in this situation right now. That could either turn something off or turn something on. But Netherlands, they're a great team. Netherlands are one of the best teams in the world, and I expect them to go neck and neck with France. Now, that being said, I still think France is going to win. I just think they're going to win by 1 goal. I don't think it's
just the odd goal in. I don't think
it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a thrashing than people think.
No. I don't think so. I mean, yes, France are going to be parading the World Cup, and I'm sure it's the first game, and they're going to have a great party atmosphere. But then the Netherlands are going to be there to make sure that they spoil that party. So, I think it'll be a great game. And as you say, probably just nip and tuck. France probably just edging it.
Facts.
But it'll definitely be one I'll be tuning in to watch because, it's the game of the round. I mean, that's absolutely insane, that one. Bro, Gibraltar, Greece.
I just don't know. I think Greece has not even been that good. Like they have declined so much.
They have, but they should still be far too strong for Gibraltar.
I agree.
I mean, it should still be an easy. I mean, it probably only 2-0 because you say Greece have fallen off the way, since they won the Euros, whenever it was 12 years ago, in shock that when they actually, just beat everybody 1-0 from a corner. But, it was a game plan that worked for them. But since then, they've just got worse and worse and worse. So,
Facts.
But they should still be strong enough for Gibraltar.
I agree.
Poland, Czech Republic. Oh.
Okay, this one's going to be tight than people think. I think people are thinking Poland should come out, but Czech Republic has bounced back very well. They got a lot of players in Europe now. Like they actually have a team that could be dangerous coming up.
Yeah.
And I think Poland is declining. I think Poland is only's got maybe 3 or 4 good players, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah, and those good players are older now. They're getting on.
Exactly.
Lewandowski's now how old?
Facts. He's like 34 right now. 34, going to be 35, I think.
And who else?
Or 36, 37, something like that. They still got that Juve coach. I mean, goalie. They got the Juve goalie, but Gil from Monaco. I mean,
you struggle then, don't you?
Yeah.
You start scrabbling around. It gets interesting now. Yeah.
So what are you thinking? Czechs win?
Czech win. I think that's the Czech win. Again, a tight one, but probably a home win. Moldova, Faroe Islands, toss a coin. Who knows? Who cares, right? I mean,
I love it, man. I love that. All right, what's up next?
We got Austria, Azerbaijan.
Oh, Austria.
Probably Austria, right?
Austria should kick their asses like 5-0.
Yeah. And then Sweden, Belgium.
Well, you know what? Belgium to me is on the decline. So I don't think they're going to be as good as people think. Now, if they surprise me, they surprise me. But Sweden's good, man. Zlatan's back. Zlatan's not going to make the difference, but they got a lot of young talent. I see a lot of Sweden players everywhere. I think Sweden's going to win by 2 goals. Sweden is on the up and up. I'm excited about the Swedish team.
I think you're right. I think that Belgian team probably needs to be broken down.
I agree, 100%.
Put back together again because they really disappointed at the World Cup, and I think they need a shake up, and they need to be fixed. Agreed. Bulgaria, Montenegro, got to favour Bulgaria there. It's going to be probably not by a great deal of goals, but
who?
Bulgaria probably going to beat Montenegro.
Oh yeah,
and then
I'd see Serbia. If they don't, something's wrong with them.
And Serbia, Lithuania.
Serbia should kick their butts about 5-0, 4-5-0. Yep. Serbia's good. They're a good team.
I reckon you're right. I think there's going to be a lot of high scoring, sort of one-sided games here because some of these mismatches do look
exactly.
Yeah, they look properly mismatched.
And then the Faroe Islands, right?
Yeah, so Faroe Islands against Moldova.
A tie. It's going to be a tie.
Well be, right. Yeah. 0-0 because nobody knows how to score a goal.
No one. Yeah, exactly.
Scotland,
all right,
Cyprus.
Saturday.
Scotland,
Saturday. Cyprus. Here we go. Ooh, Saturday. What a lot going on here. Okay. Where do you want to start? Scotland should win. Yeah. Scotland should win about 3-0. Cyprus is one of those teams they can catch up to you. They're not going to.
You got to give them. Yeah, you got to give them enough respect, but you should still put 2 or 3 past them.
Facts.
Spain, Norway. Now, this would have been interesting if
Haaland was playing.
Yeah. Yep. If Haaland was playing, different ball game.
Dude, Spain's not going to mess around. Spain, they really. I don't like Spain, but I respect that they went into the World Cup with very young players. This team has got so much depth. They're going to be a team that's just going to be a force to be reckoned with in a few years, including this year. And even going into the Euros and even going to the next World Cup and even in the Nations League. People keep overlooking the Nations League. I love the Nations League. I think it's brilliant. I think it's awesome. They're good in the Nations League as well. But I think overall, Spain better come out with a win about 2-3-0. Yeah. If they had Haaland, it would have been a different story.
Completely, and you got to think that in the return game, Haaland will be back, and it will be a different game, right? So Spain have got to get the win now. Spain have got to get the win while they can. Armenia, Turkey. I mean, that's a bit of a local. There's going to be a bit of aggro there, but Turkey should definitely be strong enough to win that.
I mean, I doubt it. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's going to be a tie. Turkey has been on the decline for years. I don't think that they are a good team anymore. I really don't. If they surprise me, I think this is going to be a tie. They got some big players, but look at this team. They're not clicking. They got good players, but they're not clicking. I don't have any faith.
No faith in Turkey. Okay, we'll see if Armenia can pull off the shock. Croatia, Wales. Woo.
Okay, listen, if Bale was there, this would have been a totally different story. But I think Croatia, even with their old players, I think they're still going to kick butt. Wales, they have too many old players. They got some young guys that are going to come in and do good in the next few years. But I think Croatia still has the edge.
Still has, and it's in Croatia as well. So I think that makes a bit of a difference. Yeah.
Facts.
Belarus, Switzerland.
Switzerland better win. I mean, they have been really good in the last few years.
Consistent for the last 8-10 years, right?
So they're one of those Cinderella stories, Gary.
Yeah, small nation, but somehow punch above their weight. So you think they'll probably do okay there, and they should beat Belarus.
I agree 100%.
Israel, Kosovo.
Israel should win. But I understand that this could be a tie.
Yeah. Wouldn't be that surprised if it was a 1-1 or something. Yeah,
I agree.
2-2, something like that. Andorra, Romania. This again should be pasting for the Andorrans. I'm sorry, Andorra. We love you. You're plucky and everything else, but unfortunately, when it comes to international football, yes,
Romania should win. Or this could be a tie. Who knows?
No.
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 You have so much faith. You have so much faith.
I do. So Romania definitely need to win that one. Right. And then we're into Sunday.
All right.
We're into the second game for some of these teams. So Liechtenstein, after being absolutely hammered by Portugal, and welcome Iceland.
This is good. Iceland's gonna win 1-0.
Yeah, it's going to be a 1-0, 2-0. If Portugal puts 7 or 8 past Liechtenstein, everyone thinks Iceland are going to run away with it, and it's going to be like 1-0 or 2-0. Yeah. Portugal, Luxembourg, another easy Portugal win, right?
Say that again.
Luxembourg, Portugal, another easy Portugal win.
I'm expecting 7.
7 again.
Well, I mean, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
They're just going to let Ronaldo feast. That's all.
Keep him happy. Yep. Break records and whatever else. Slovakia, Bosnia, Herzegovina.
That's going to be a tie game. I'm predicting a tie. I'm predicting a tie.
Tidy. That'll be a fractious game as well. I reckon there'll be a fair few cards in that game.
Agreed. It's
England, Ukraine. That's a toughie. After the traveling to Italy, flying back, and then facing Ukraine. I don't know. I've got.
Dude,
as you say, Ukraine are going to come with a party atmosphere, with that whole sort of we're at war. We're going to la la la.
You should win this.
We should win. But
I understand.
It's a banana skin kind of game, right?
Facts.
It's one of those.
Facts.
Everyone's going to want to support Ukraine because of the war and everything that's going on, and the fact that players are fighting through that. England should win.
You're gonna have
I can see it. Yeah, I'm really sitting on the fence. I'm hoping for a home win, but as I said at the beginning, if we tie against Italy and tie against Ukraine, it's not the worst case scenario. It might be in the press and it might be for Southgate, but I think it's probably going to be the way it goes. You guys should obviously absolutely take Malta to the cleaners.
Well, we should, but you never know. You got North. I always call them North Macedonia, but this North Macedonia. We should, but whatever.
Yeah,
3-0 Italy. Let's hope.
Okay, you're hoping there's no PTSD from a small nation against.
Dude, right? Either way, I'm going to get PTSD anyway. I mean, either way, I'm going to get.
Either way.
Listen. I have been so on edge with Italy. Italy is my everything. I love Italy with every burning fiber feeling I have. And when they lose, I'm depressed for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it is.
Okay.
So they just need it.
They're just gonna sail through this one. It'd be easy.
Let's hope.
Kazakhstan, Denmark. Denmark gotta win that.
5-0. 5-0. There's no way.
Yes.
They deserve to be here. Here. But Denmark, they got a good team, man. They're on the up and up.
Top 7. Yeah, they'll definitely easily win that. Slovenia then should almost score 10 against San Marino.
I agree.
And then Northern Ireland, Finland. That's an interesting. I reckon that's a draw.
I agree 100%. 100%. Serbia. Did we already talk about Serbia?
It's not this. Serbia's tomorrow.
That's right. No, Serbia and Montenegro on Monday.
Yep.
Okay. Did we talk about it? No, we didn't.
Not yet. We're talking about it now. Okay, Monday we got Netherlands, Gibraltar. So Netherlands should
by 5-0.
See, Netherlands should rack up the goal difference in that game.
Yeah.
Republic of Ireland, France. Now there's history here. There's some niggle because of the Thierry Henry on handball qualifying for the World Cup, etc. So there's some niggle there. I wouldn't be surprised if the Irish put the frighteners on France for a.
Why not?
Yeah, I got a feeling that's probably a draw. I don't say they beat them, but I reckon they hold them to a draw because of all of that stuff. And it being in Ireland, I reckon it'll be a hell of an atmosphere.
Interesting. I think France is still going to win by. I think France is going to win by at least 2.
Ooh.
And there is a lot of history, but I understand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You're still favoring the World Cup champions.
It's going to be a tough game. I agree with you. It's just going to be.
Yeah, I mean, France do have the level of quality more than the Republic, but I just think
it's tough.
It's going to be a tough place. It's a tough place to go.
I agree.
Moldova, Czech Republic by a good couple of goals. Moldova, Czech Republic, yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Poland, Albania. Now, this is an interesting one because you've got a number of Albanians
that are freaking playing great. Albania's on the up and up. They got a great team now. We couldn't say that a few years ago
because they didn't have one. But now, it's going to be an interesting one. But
or they went to Switzerland or Germany.
Yeah. There were a number of great Albanian players playing for Switzerland for the last
Germany,
few years.
and Italy,
and Germany.
Italy.
They've been around. Yeah. So good luck. Hopefully they all come back. But I just say that Poland team, just don't know. I just don't think they're there anymore. So this could be this could be a big win for Albania. This could like put them on the map. This could really set them on their way if they beat Poland. That would be quite huge for them.
Agreed.
Austria, Estonia.
Austria should kick their butt.
Should win that one, right? Yeah. And Sweden should put a good couple of 3 or 4 against Azerbaijan.
I'm going 5.
Ooh.
This is Zlatan revenge tour.
Zlatan for 4, right?
This is a
one of them a Zlatan overhead kick screamer from 30 yards or whatever else. Why not?
I can't believe he's 41 and still doing this. After that major injury, I thought he would be gone, but it's like he doesn't even care about his family. I feel in Sweden, you know what I mean? Because his wife and family are so pissed off at him. I just don't. It's like Tom Brady all over again. It's like Tom Brady all over again.
It's could you just stop? Zlatan cannot stop. It's like, oh God.
But I mean, isn't that fair to say though? I think it's fair.
He's got to have some care and attention, but he's making millions. He's giving them a very good life, so he's got to milk it while he can, right?
Dude, he's only making $7 million a year. That's it.
Is that all?
He's not making what he used to make.
No, but he made a lot, so $7 million now is just he's just topping up, right?
It's just spending money. It's just spending money.
It's just like throwing around money. Oh man, Hungary, Bulgaria. Oh,
dude, Hungary. Tie.
I reckon Hungarian are going to win that. I got a feeling they'll win that one. They gave England a fair good run in the.
I just giving Bulgaria so much
far too much credit.
Yeah, I think I'm giving it.
Yeah, you're giving them too much credit. And then Serbia, Montenegro. That's going to be. That's going to be so tasty though, because that's rivalry, unbelievable. Still war torn. They're still bitter about the war. That lot. That could be really nice. Serbia should win, but it's going to be properly nasty game.
Not good.
Not good. And then there's still more. Wow.
Tuesday, our last one. Tuesdays.
That's a full slate, isn't it? Georgia, Norway.
Who the hell cares? Norway's going to win. Who the heck is Georgia?
And that's not the state, right? That's a time. It's just so you know. Right?
Sorry to Georgia. Sorry to Georgia. I apologize, but I've seen you. I've heard of you, but it's like North Macedonia. They just kind of added you guys in North Macedonia.
You got to be there because you're there, right? You're in Europe. You got to get a place at the table. But unfortunately, the bottom end of the table, and you're going to get absolutely spanked if Haaland comes back to play for Norway.
Exactly.
Scotland, Spain. Whew, Spain should win this one. It's going to be great night in Scotland, but yeah, they'll be up for it. It's a big game, but Spain are going to have too much quality, and as you say, that Spanish team is building towards something, and I just don't think the Scots have the quality to hold them back.
Man, that next generation for Spain is going to be. I'm scared. I am really scared of Spain. I can't believe I'm saying this because, I was scared of them. I was scared of them, during the David Villa, Fernando Torres days. Now I'm like, crap. Now it's like it's scaring me all over again.
Yeah, and it's front to back though. That team, it's not just the front line or whatever you say. David Villa, Torres, you were like they'll rip you apart and they terrify you, and then they had some weaknesses further down. Now it's starting to be solid all the way through. So they're going to be set for a good 8 years or something.
Dude, the Koki, Iniesta, Busquets. The Xavi days. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I still don't know how we went to the World Cup and won it that year. Italy.
Yeah, crazy.
I don't understand. I'm going to take it every day. But
absolutely, how Spain didn't just pass the ball around everybody and just walk away with that is just crazy. But then perennial underachievers at the World Cup on a big stage, Spain. So
agreed.
They might, they always kind of sail through the qualifying and then get to the big stage and go.
And then they come back down to earth. Yeah.
So Turkey, Croatia. You think Croatia should probably do that
next? 3-0 next.
Oof. Wales, Latvia. Do Wales get their championship qualifying after a win?
1-0.
Yeah,
1-0.
Not over the top, but they'll get a win. Yeah,
they'll get a win.
Kosovo, Andorra, possibly
a tie
for international football.
Gary,
that is a game to watch. To think, hey, I could play international football.
Oh, Gary, you're not even laughing. That's even worse.
I'm serious. You watch that game and you'll be like, I'm better than that guy. I could do that. I could play for that guy. But, we're not Andorran or Kosovo. But,
we're not. Or Kosovo, yeah. I have so many questions.
Right. Anyway, Romania, Belarus.
All right. Romania should win, but I could see this as a tie as well.
Yep. Switzerland, Israel. The Swiss shouldn't be strong enough, and should be too strong for Israel. Yeah,
Swiss should kick their asses like 5-0. Yeah, they should, but you never know.
It'll probably only be 2-0. But there we go.
Probably.
It's a full slate. You're right. That is a lot of games.
It's a lot of games,
and in a short space. It's like
so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 6 games. They each play 2 games in 6 days.
6 days. Yeah, that's a quick turnaround.
Hey, I'm here for it. I'm sick and tired of watching the Premier League right now.
Yeah, me too.
I'm here. I'm me, Matty, and you are just like sick and tired of this crap.
Get the season be done with already, right?
God, I'm expecting West Ham this year to all the money we've spent, and it's just I expect us to be in the top 7. And now I'm like, we're in the bottom 3, and I expect Chelsea and Liverpool to be in the top 7 as well.
This has been a horrible season for Liverpool. It just didn't start very well and just never got any better. It's like
the guys got the players. That's not the issue. You just need a midfield.
They're just tired. As I say, I think they're just tired. I don't think he's done. He's. It depends on who we buy, and it depends on how we rebuild. Because obviously, I think now we have to set our sights differently because we're not going to be able to offer Champions League football to some of the big signings. And it sounds like either City or Real Madrid are going to spend 170 million on Bellingham, and we're not going to be able to do that. So we'll have to reassess the midfield and who we can get and where we can get them from. And it may mean buying for next season, not the season that's coming, but the one after, buying slightly younger and maybe struggling for one more season. Don't know. It's an interesting one.
I agree.
It depends. It really does depend on what Klopp wants to do. If he decides, I'm tired, I don't really feel like rebuilding and going again, then it is a complete rebuild. And then who do we get? Where then it's like a manager search before you even think about players. And that'll be an interesting upheaval because you think Millie will go, Henderson will probably retire. There's a number. Bobby's leaving. I don't know. I don't think Klopp's going to go because of the Jota, Diaz, Nunes. He's just kind of refreshed that front line. So
Gakpo, Diaz,
there. Harvey Elliott's coming through. We still got some youth and stuff to come through. So I think he'll probably be okay. But it's just I think the team just need a break. It would be nice to think even in you look at the international break, go away on a tour or go to Dubai or something with the team, and then you look at it and half the team is 2/3 of the team are playing in the international, so they're not going to, even the players then are not going to get a proper break. So
it's just
roll on the end of the season for a proper break for those boys.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm too stressed about it, but I'm looking forward to the Euros. I'm looking forward to the Conference League. I'm looking forward to a nice break, seeing the national team back out there again, getting that pride and joy of, the love for the national team again.
Yeah.
And I miss it.
It's nice. And, the World Cup was a little flat for us. It didn't really kick off, but, it was still, as you say, a distraction. It was nice to get away from club and all the ins and outs of club football. The national team does provide that sort of lift and that kind of break from all that sort of stress, because if in England it's quite interesting, you're not as invested sometimes in the national squad as you are in the club. Your club is something, especially for Liverpool, it's club over country. If it's club first, whereas you're saying it for you burn with a passion for the Italian national team. So it's quite interesting from our side of things. It's a break from the ins and outs and the tribality of club football, because it is such tribal hatred between different clubs, whereas the national team is a bit more just relax and watch England now. It's hopefully they do well, and
it's going to be a big game though. It's going to be this is going to be I think Italy and England is going to be the biggest game out of those 6 days, in my personal opinion.
I think that France-Netherlands game though.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that. We faced against you guys in the Euros in the championship.
Not like 2 years ago, and it was
Now, if it was France versus Italy, that would have been the biggest game, because you got your former champions and new champions.
Current champ, but because it's a remake of the final, all of the ins and outs. Definitely.
Facts.
Well, enjoy it. It should be fun, as you say, a nice break from the drudgery of club football.
Screw it.
Screw it. Get your national shirt on and enjoy it.
Love it. Maddie, we love you, Maddie. We'll see you next week. We love you,
Maddie. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you all next week. This has been or is Let's Talk Sports. Let the mayhem begin. Bye for now.